Well, yesterday I brought my parents back home to Newcastle after spending Christmas with us, and for a change I thought rather than stay at my parents' house, I stay at an hotel. So I've decided to stay at Copthorne on the River Tyne, and it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll go for a little bit of a stroll around my hometown before it gets busy. So over my shoulder there's the Metro Bridge, which was built to connect Newcastle and Gateshead in the 1970s when I was working for the organisation that did it. I was a humble office junior in those days. Fantastic experience though, brilliant. And here's the Tyne, here's the... I don't know how many bridges there are over the Tyne in Newcastle now. I suppose I could count. It's a fantastic scene. You never get sick of it really when you come back. You just think, what an amazing place really. I live in the Midlands now. The nearest cities, not a single one has got anything like this. Huge river, amazing bridges, fantastic. Look at this nonsense. It's the end of 2022. You still got that crap up. A classic view of the Tyne Bridge with the Sage Arts Complex behind it. I don't come back to Newcastle very often these days, but never down the city this early in the morning. But this is kind of a reminder of what it was like to commute into the city waking up. Barely see it here underneath the Tyne Bridge, or just beyond the Tyne Bridge, but that in the distance that's Cuthbert House, part of the All Saints office complex. That's where I used to work 5 days a week, coming in from the west on the bus. Now I'm walking up Dean Street. Remember Dire Straits? First album, first track, Down to the Waterline. It's all about being around here. Sweet Surrender on the quayside. Just there over my shoulder. Here we got the dog leaf stairways. There we go, dog leaf stairs. Don't think I'm going to go up there. A bit too steep this time in the morning. So I'll continue with Dean Street. At the end of every day I used to take the mail from All Saints down all the way over here, down those stairs and up these ones, St Nicholas's Cathedral, and drop the post off at the huge post office at the end of every day, as I've said. God, it's so quiet this time in the morning. So, me and my brother had dinner last night. Marco Polo, been around apparently since 1974. That's the Theatre Royal. Seen many a production there. Most memorably, fantastic version of Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake. And another one was Shakespeare's Henry V with Kenneth Branagh in the lead role, and with Brian Blessed in support. Fantastic. I was front row. I think during one of his speeches, I think Kenneth Branagh accidentally spat on me. My claim to fame. What I did whilst I was working during the week in the city, I also at the weekend supplemented my income with a bit working in a few bars. And the Bacchus there, spent a couple of years working there. Fantastic place. Great, everybody gets to know you in the town, and you can go clubbing afterwards with the staff. It was great fun. So the first bar I worked in was Pumphrey's, just over my shoulder there, and that was another great experience. At the time it was like the trendiest bar in town. It's great fun. I did eventually get fired. Apparently the head barman thought I was slipping a free drink or two to a mate when they were coming in. Couldn't possibly comment. Approaching a famous landmark of Newcastle upon Tyne. Bow down. Now, I know I'm biased, but I always thought Newcastle was something special. It's got, you know, the nearest city of any significance is Leeds to the south, or Edinburgh to the north. And it's pretty self-contained. It's got just about everything you need, and yet you can go to the edges of the city centre, walk right across it in about 10 or 15 minutes. So everything is really accessible, and at times, you know, rustic or kind of urban beauty with the architecture and the bridges, as I've mentioned. Yeah, fine. Not sure I want to come back here to live though. You get used to living somewhere else, don't you? I think no trip to Newcastle is complete without a visit to the cathedral on the hill. So that's where I'm going next. One of the things that's really noticeable, and it speaks to our city life at the moment, but when I was working here, even between Christmas and New Year, there'd be loads of commuters. The city would be swamped with thousands of people coming to work in the offices and the shops in the town. But God, it's deserted. I know it's going to be a bit quiet because it's between Christmas and New Year, but it's astonishingly how quiet it is. I can't work out which of these buildings used to be the Stage Door nightclub. That's where we always used to go after a night behind the bar or a night on the town. We'd always head up there, maybe catch a beer in the Rosie's bar. And there's the cathedral. Part of the old town wall. Contrasting with the new, the modern kind of technology, university type buildings that have gone up here. A few more hotels. St James's Park, eh? Look at that. 30 years. Feels less. It's been that long since we won a trophy. This year though, this year. Well, I'm at the top of the town now. Just walked past Newcastle University. Just in that direction over there is what's now known as Northumbria University, old Newcastle Polytechnic, where I went way back. And now we're coming close to the civic centre, the centre of the council. This is where Virgin Records used to be. Used to hang out there every Saturday. Upstairs, and then downstairs too. Eventually expanded downstairs if I remember rightly. But yeah, a great place to hang out. Bought loads of records there. And it's where I was given the tip off that the Clash were playing a freebie. Busking dig over in Gateshead. So yeah, nice place. Happy memories, loads of memories. Saturday the 17th of December, Lindisfarne still playing a Christmas concert. Amazing, still doing it after all these years. And I noticed on the bill there was, back in October, Blue Oyster Cult played here. And I remember seeing them here too. This is where we used to camp out all night if we wanted to get tickets before the internet. One time camped overnight, -6 degrees, ice all over the city in December just to get tickets for Genesis on the Wind and Wuthering tour. That was coming around in just less than a month later. That's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of my wander around Newcastle. 3.5 miles in total. I hope you'll agree, it's a pretty handsome place. Yeah, maybe I could live back here after all. See you in the next video.